Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen and this is Jen Restyle and Fashion. And over here I do a lot of upcycling. We do some thrifting, styling. I try to help you think more about how you can take the clothes that you already have in your closet, possibly restyle them into something that really suits you and really helps you to fall back in love with the clothes that are in your closet. This week, we are going to work on a project that I saw during Chicago Fashion Week. I was in Bloomingdale's. I am loving these rag and bone jeans, y'all, but how much do they want? $4.38. Now, I love them. I think that they are amazing. But $400? No. I ran across the rag and bone display and I saw these jeans and I was like, those are nice. And I don't usually go for blingy or anything like that, but these jeans really struck me and I was like, ooh, I could do that. I looked at the price tag and I was just blown away. I was like, are you kidding me? So I went on Amazon, I bought some rhinestones. I went to the thrift store, I found a pair of jeans that I love the way they fit, and I decided to create my own version of the rag and bone rhinestone jeans. And so that's what I'm going to take you through today. I'm going to show you how I created these jeans that I simply adore. I'm so glad that I did these. Stay tuned, we're gonna jump right into it. Again, welcome back to another episode of I Can Upcycle That. So over here, I'm always taking my thrifted finds and turning them into something fabulous. And I hope that you will too, so that you can add these items to your wardrobe and really elevate your wardrobe. So we're taking this basic pair of thrifted jeans and turning them into a high fashion statement. And we're going to get started. The first thing you want to do is prep the jeans. So I washed them and made sure that the fabric is clean and ready to hold the rhinestones. These are just a basic pair of jeans, slightly distressed. The rhinestones are going to be placed right here at the top of the jeans. Then I just feel like they really make a statement. So these rhinestones that I'm using are from Amazon. They're super affordable. They're easy to work with. I will link them below. They come in different sizes, but I'm using the larger size ones that look very similar to the ones that are on the rag and bone jeans. Something that I would recommend doing in hindsight is to kind of sketch out the area, maybe using fabric chalk to ensure that you put the rhinestones in the right place. I didn't do that, but I strongly suggest that you do that when you create yours. Okay, now for the fun part, attaching the rhinestones. I'm using a basic needle and thread. For each rhinestone, I sew through the backing twice, and then I tie and secure a knot on the inside. This keeps the rhinestone firmly in place. Another tip is to use some denim thread. This is a really stronger thread that I think will help the rhinestones to stay in place and even through washes. Another tip that I would suggest is to use fabric glue on the rhinestones. I would fabric glue the rhinestone down first and then go in and sew it, or use the fabric glue, hold it in place, and sew. You can use the method that works best for you, but the fabric glue is going to help through the washes. Really like the way this is looking. So I spent last night, I fell asleep sewing some of these on. So this is one package. I'm going to take the other package and start on the other side, and then I have one extra package left that I'm going to sprinkle to come down a little further. I would like to have a few more like here. I think this looks good. Like, I feel comfortable with how this looks. I did go back and reinforce some of these. Just know this project is going to take a little time. I do wish I had spread these out a little bit more, but I think the clusters are fine. So I'm going to start over here, and I think this side is going to take a little more because if you notice, this side is a little smaller. I placed them next to the zipper here, but I want to fill in over here, and I'll look at the picture. So if you look, my jeans are made a little different, but see, they kind of spread out in this area. They cluster in here and then come down. So I definitely want to bring some down here and here. Okay, so we're gonna start on the other side. I'm gonna start over here and put a little cluster here, bring them around here, fill in this area just like 2 layers, and then we're gonna drip. I call that the drip. Okay, all right, let's get started. So this part can be really time consuming, but trust me, it's totally worth it. Put on a good playlist, your favorite YouTube influencer or a podcast or something, and then just work your way through it. Once the rhinestones are sewn on, this is the point where you could put the fabric glue on the back. Again, this is optional. But I think it's something that if I tried this project again, I would definitely use the fabric glue. Now, I spent, I would say maybe a few hours a day sewing on these rhinestones. When I got to the right side of the jeans, it was a little bit easier. I reached down inside the pocket and sew the rhinestones. I still have these left over. This is from the 3rd package. And I still want to fill in a little here. Put a few drops here and over here. Okay, so I'm gonna take the last of these and sew these down. I did want to give you a little instruction on how to sew them. So let me just show you what the back of one of these looks like. All right, so the stone is here on front. It is held by these 4 prongs on each side. Most of them have 4 prongs. On the back, you have holes. You'll see those holes. So the needle goes through those holes. So I stick the needle in there, it comes out the other side. All right, and so what I usually do is I go through twice in the top holes and the bottom, and that's how I get it in there. So I'm gonna bring the camera down closer, and I'm gonna show you how I sew these on, and then I think we're done. Do I feel like I could use a few more? Yes. Still spreading them out. All right, so I'm gonna just show you how I do one of these. We're gonna start with this one right here, and I'm gonna lift up the fabric, turn this around so we can reach inside. All right, so I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna use this one here. I think that one's easier. I move the pocket out the way, and then the needle comes up. I stick it in the hole there. I pull the thread through, and then I come down. Okay, and then I make sure that that lays flat. I go back in. I come up in about the same place that I came up before. I go into the hole. I come up, pull it tight. I go back down in, and then when I come back in, I come here at the bottom hole, right there. Okay, I'm gonna try to zoom in. Editing Jen, make sure you zoom in. So I go in, it comes out the other side. Okay, I go back in. Now, can you do this more than just twice? Sure, but it just depends on how much time you have. Okay, well, that's my second one. I go back into the same spot, like that. Pull that through, tighten that up real good, and then I go to the inside. I put my finger on it. I go to the inside, and on the back, I do like 3 or 4 cross stitches in here. Like that. And that just secures the stitch. Okay, and then that's it. So that's how I sew each one of these on. So I'm gonna finish these up. I really don't feel like finishing them up tonight, but I'm probably just gonna leave it because I'm really tired and I want to go to sleep, and I gotta get up early and pack, and I don't think this will take me longer than 30 minutes to do the rest of these. Okay, but I really like the way this is turning out, so the next time you see it, it will be on me. And here is the final look. I paired my new jeans with this vintage red cropped leather jacket that I thrifted from a Plum Vintage, and this really cute hat that I thrifted while I was in LA. I love how the rhinestones really catch the light and elevate this entire outfit. So, who says you need to spend almost $500 to look fabulous? With a little creativity and some time, you can achieve that designer vibe for a fraction of the cost. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. This was such a fun project, although it did take me a full day to complete, just because I was doing it in between things that were going on during the holidays, and I just had to carve out time, either while I was watching YouTube or laying in the bed or, you know, what have you. All right, you guys, have a great one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, you guys, if you enjoyed this DIY, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more thrift flips and upcycling projects. Let me know in the comments what designer piece you would like to see me create next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.